The following script was written, verified, and approved by compliance professionals at financial regulation courses. FINRA Rule 2111 Suitability requires member firms and associated persons to have a reasonable basis to believe any recommended transaction is suitable for the customer. This determination must be based on information obtained through reasonable diligence to ascertain the customer's specific investment profile and unique financial circumstances. The rule establishes three distinct suitability obligations that together define the complete framework of care a registered representative must exercise before making any recommendation. It is the regulatory expression of the principle that recommendations must be appropriate for the specific customer rather than motivated by a firm's commercial objectives. The investment profile is the collection of customer-specific facts used as the foundation for suitability analysis. It includes 9 mandatory regulatory elements. These specified elements include the customer's age, other investments, financial situation and needs, and tax status, along with any other information disclosed. The list continues with investment objectives, experience, time horizon, liquidity needs, and risk tolerance. All are critical for an accurate suitability determination. The obligation is on the representative to ask the right questions proactively, as the factual foundation is required before any valid recommendation can occur. For institutional accounts, such as banks or entities with $50 million in total assets, the customer-specific suitability obligation can be modified. This exemption applies if the member believes the customer is capable of independent risk evaluation and the customer affirmatively indicates they are exercising independent judgment. The first obligation, reasonable basis suitability, requires that a transaction is suitable for at least some investors based on the representative's product understanding. Before recommending any security, the representative must conduct due diligence to understand its potential risks and rewards, regardless of the firm's approved list. Second, customer-specific suitability requires that the specific recommendation is suitable for the specific customer, evaluated strictly at the time the recommendation is made. Third, quantitative suitability requires representatives with account control to believe a series of transactions, viewed collectively, are not excessive for the customer. This addresses churning by monitoring turnover ratios and cost-to-equity ratios to ensure trading is consistent with the customer's objectives and time horizon. Firms must integrate these rules into their written supervisory procedures, creating a clear framework for monitoring and approving every recommendation made by representatives. Supervisory controls include maintaining robust books and records to document the suitability analysis performed, which remains subject to routine FINRA regulatory audits. Regulatory access clauses ensure documentation is readily available for review, reinforcing the accountability of the member firm and its associated persons to FINRA. Furthermore, Rule 2111 explicitly covers hold recommendations, ensuring the standard of care remains active throughout the life cycle of the entire customer relationship. Understanding the hierarchy, from Rule 2111 suitability to regulation best interest, is essential for any ambitious professional navigating the modern financial and regulatory markets. While suitability applies to all recommendations, regulation best interest establishes a higher standard for retail customers, and fiduciary duty remains the most demanding framework. In summary, Rule 2111 requires a reasonable basis for every transaction based on 9 profile elements across reasonable basis, customer-specific, and quantitative obligations. This remains one of the most heavily tested rules across the Series 7 and Series 65 examinations, reflecting its fundamental role in investor protection. Knowledge gets you qualified. Visibility gets you hired. Explore financialregulationcourses.com for professional memberships and intelligent career tools designed to help you stand out.